In this pocket, I've got all the samples, and in this pocket, I've got all of their cash out of the front register.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
This guy did not understand the assignment.
He didn't do his homework.
Hello and welcome back to C4B TV Reacts. I'm Magic. We're here with another Magic video with David. What's up, David?
What's up, Magic?
You know, I'm pretty excited to get back into this. We visited this before on the channel. One of our first React videos, David, was us watching a couple of clips from Fool US, some of our favorite magicians.
Yeah, it's kind of... It feels like that was a million years ago, honestly.
That is so true. But way back in that video, I had said, like, oh, I've seen every episode. There's only 4 seasons. I lied. I didn't realize that, but they are still making this show.
Was that your trick for that episode? That was your trick?
Well, you know, we've been watching a lot of scam videos lately, so maybe I'm just a scammer. But,
yeah, maybe he's another ninja. Real estate ninja. Come on, man. The real estate ninja.
So we're going to jump in today. We're going to watch one of our, like a more recent episode. Today's guest on the show is Blake. He's doing a vanishing stool trick, according to the title of the video.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means, but it sounds so interesting. I mean, how do you... I mean, it's got to be right there. How do you vanish a whole stool in front of these guys? Is he sitting on it while it happens?
Good question. And if you have any questions like that, maybe you could answer that question down in the comments below when you hit that like and that subscribe button and you do the whole 9, because we really love your support. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get right into this video, shall we?
Let's do it.
I started in Magic so young. I created effects for Copperfield and David Blaine when I was in my early 20s. It was amazing.
Okay, this guy is already too legit.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good resume.
Gosh, Jared, he said David Copperfield, David Blaine. This dude is already, you know.
Alright, so he knows it's going to be good.
Magic isn't just what I do now. It's literally who I am. When you know yourself like that, you're ready to be a grown-up in other ways, too. Bonnie is...
This guy kind of gives me a weird vibe, though.
Yeah, I've got his whole backstory, too. I don't know if I need to hear all this.
But I'm really excited about the way it turned out. So I think I have a fighting chance to fool Penn and Teller. I mean, if I saw someone else doing this routine, I know it would fool me.
Wouldn't fool him because he would know the trick. He's lying. I lied.
I don't know. He was.
We got another scammer on our hands.
He was saying he couldn't believe what was happening at the beginning, so he was just making tricks. He didn't know how they worked.
Imagine, bro.
Look, he's just a wizard.
Thank you. Hello, Penn and Teller. Thank you for having me back. I actually have a trick that needs 3 people. So, Brooke and Penn and Teller, would you mind joining me on stage? Give them a big round of applause. Nice to meet you.
Yep, always a ballsy move, bringing them right in there.
Yeah, we always talk about this, but getting everyone on the stage with you, that's crazy talk, bro. You're asking to really, like, you gotta be bold. You gotta be bold.
Roughly about here. Penn, you can come over here. Good to see you, sir. Tyler, good to see you. You can stand right here. Perfect.
Here we are.
Okay. I've made a prediction over there in that envelope. First question for all of you is there are 3 stools and there are 3 of you. So in a moment, I'm gonna have each of you select a stool to stand in front of, but I want you to try to pick the stool you would think I wouldn't have thought you would think to pick.
Okay.
So we got like a 3-card Monty game about to happen with these stools. That's what it feels like.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
If you wouldn't mind, have a little team huddle right here and discuss amongst yourselves where you would like to sit. I don't have to hear it. You can whisper, you can talk, you can decide, you can tell each other where you want to stand. It's totally up to you. Okay, and whenever you guys have decided, you can stand in front of the stool you have selected. That was the first choice. Now I'll have each of you carefully have a seat for me. Go for it. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Excellent. So 3 people, 3 stools.
I was waiting for one of them to just collapse.
Me too. I was like, there's no stools there at all. That's the trick.
Thank you. Get fooled. That's the end of the show. Thanks for coming out, y'all.
I don't know how we did it.
I want each of you to think of a color. Now, if I ask somebody to think of a random color, you usually think of red, blue, green, yellow. And it's very difficult to invent a color, all right? But Penn and Teller, of the two of you, Penn, you're probably more famous for your words. So Penn, if you were to attempt to make up a color, like one word for a color, you just have to make up a word.
One word?
One word, like making up a color, what word would you make up, sir?
Slink.
Slink.
That's already a word.
Already a word. This guy did not understand the assignment.
He didn't do his homework.
That's a great color. That's a good one. Actually, nice. It takes a second, though, right?
Yeah,
it takes a second. Slink. That's a good one. Now, to make it easier for you and Brooke and Teller, what I did was I went to a paint store and I took 100 different samples from the paint store. Now, in a moment, I'm going to...
He is a scammer, bro. He
He's
robbed
the paint store. It's like, want to see a magic trick? I can make all
like,
that disappear.
In this pocket, I've got all the samples. And in this pocket, I've got all of their cash out of the front register.
He just runs out of the store. Dollar bills and paint samples fall out of his pockets.
And the only one he didn't grab was the one named Slink.
I'm gonna go down the row, and I want each of you to reach in and take one out.
Okay.
But I don't want you to look for your favorite color, so look to the side, reach in, and select one color. You first, Penn. Make sure they don't stick together. Make sure you get one. They're kind of sticky.
They are sticky.
And once you have
got
one.
one.
All right, don't let me see it.
I'm not letting you.
Okay. Brooke,
Don't look.
you can just reach in, make sure you only have one. Don't let me see it. You've got it? Got one?
Can I look at it?
You can look
I
at
got
it, but don't
We
let me
can
see
look
it.
at it.
Teller, would you please reach in there, sir, and make sure you grab one, but don't let me see it. Do you have one, sir? Yes? Cool. Okay, so 3 people, 3 stools, 3 colors.
Side note, I would love to be on this show.
That'd be
Even as
great.
like the host, you know, even just to watch from the audience. This would be such a cool
Yeah,
experience.
I'd love to be in
the.
the audience for this stuff. I never really went to magic shows ever, but my girlfriend and I think I told you about this. My girlfriend and I saw Michael Carbonaro at Hilarities up in Cleveland as a kind of magic comedy show, and it was fantastic. It was fantastic. So
I'm so
now
jealous.
now I need to actually see like a proper magic show.
Yeah, time to go to Vegas.
Nothing makes sense yet, right?
No, not at all.
Not at all. But like I said, I made some predictions, okay? Now, the first prediction I made was over here in this envelope.
Okay.
And I've gone nowhere near this, right?
No.
No.
Yeah, now.
I have now, yes. This is for you, Penn. Would you hold on to that with the color? Excellent. And what I thought would hopefully happen before I came out here was I was hoping that Penn would be on the far right, then Brooke, then Teller.
Okay. All right.
Okay, that's a good start. That's a good start. I
Pretty
like these
good.
kind of tricks. I like these kind of tricks where they'll either guess something like way ahead of time. So okay, I like this. I like this.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. This part to me, I don't know, felt pretty like I kind of knew that was gonna happen too. You know, this is like the
Yeah.
generic. This makes sense. How they're sitting makes sense. And my prediction is that these colors are gonna line up with the colors in their hands.
They
'cause
must.
They have to.
They must.
Warm-up prediction.
Good.
Okay. The next thing is those colors. Okay, I'll come down here first. All right. Teller, if you wouldn't mind, would you please hand that color to Brooke so she can say it out loud for us?
I might need your
Brooke, would
glasses.
you please
Penn.
read that color out loud?
Cloudless.
Cloudless. Okay, I'll take that back from you so you can see. This is Teller's color, cloudless, right? Now, it looks like a light blue, but it's not called light blue. It's called cloudless, very specific. Now, what I didn't tell you guys was when I went to the paint store, I didn't just take those samples.
I robbed the store.
I bought 3 cans of paint.
Teller, would you please stand up for me, sir, and take one step over here to our left? Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going for cloudless or light blue. Could I get a drum roll, please? Drum roll. That's right. It's cloudless.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
Okay.
good. Okay. I'm on board.
Tyler, you can have a seat. Thank you, sir. Perfect. Brooke, would you please tell everybody what was the color you selected?
Outgoing orange.
Outgoing orange. I'll take that from you. Not orange. Outgoing orange. Brooke, this is for you. If you wouldn't mind, step right over there to your right.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going for outgoing orange. Drum roll, please. And outgoing orange!
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
He's on to something here.
You can have a seat, Brooke. All right.
2 for 2.
Penn, I bet you have no idea where this trick is going.
And you're actually not sitting on a stool. That's the trick.
Tell everybody, what is the name of the color you selected, sir?
I have premium clear coat. That's not going to be easy.
Oh, great. Okay.
Uh-oh.
That was not supposed to be in there. Okay, cool. Great job, Penn. Premium clear coat.
Yeah.
How would you describe clear coat?
Wait.
I don't know. It's clear.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like nothing, like no color?
No color. Okay, clear or no color. Would all of you be impressed if Penn was sitting on a stool that had no color at all?
I'd be impressed.
All right, we're gonna go for it. Penn, would you please stand up, sir?
Okay.
Take one step to your right. All right, we're gonna go for clear coat. Clear coat. Drum roll, please. All right. Oh, you know what? That looks pretty clear to me.
That's actually really wild. I told you, he wasn't even sitting on a stool.
That is crazy.
That is really good. I like that. I like that a lot.
But, you know, where does Slink come in?
Yeah.
Where does that come in? That's got to be part of the trick.
And well, see, it was actually written on the bottom of the stool, but, you know.
Oh, well, you know, understandable.
Now here's the thing. I told you I made a series of predictions, and there's actually one more thing I predicted. And what I did was I wanted to make sure you knew it wasn't printed, so I wrote it in pencil, and I wrote it inside something, and I wanted it in plain view, and so I've had Penn hold onto that envelope this entire time that's now on the floor there. Yes, sir. Would you please tear that envelope open?
Okay.
You can rip it open there. It should break open on the seam. Here we go, just like this.
Okay.
Penn, would you please read to everybody what is written on the inside of that envelope, sir?
Penn will make up the color Slink.
This is for you. I'll hold this up.
All right. I'm about to say something.
All right.
I'm about to
hit me
say
with it.
something.
Hit me with it. I need some guidance here.
Yeah, let me roll for the guidance.
Can you do it? You can.
Here's the thing. I know a good bit about magic, right? I've been studying this show since I was a youngster. So part of this for me is like, yeah, I get it. The stool part's really cool. I don't know how he did the stool. I'm not gonna lie. The vanishing stool, that's the highlight. Now, this part right here, a lot of prediction tricks where there's writing involved, they just don't impress me, man. I'm not hating. I'm not trying to be a hater. They just don't impress me because of how they work. And I'm not gonna ruin it for anybody, but for me, pretty cool. It's pretty cool that they did the stool, but this, I knew it was coming. I saw this coming from a mile away.
Yeah, I think the trick. I like the trick. It might be a little too straightforward, but yeah, the stool is crazy. How did he do that?
The stool is pretty crazy. But yeah, and again, I'm not trying to hate, because I could not do this trick. For starters, I physically could not do it. But
I have no idea how he did this.
I know how these things are done. Some of them, like the stool, I couldn't do. But it is. I like tricks with a twist, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
I saw this coming. I saw it about to happen. I was like, oh, it's gonna be written on that envelope. I already knew. But that's just from, the experience. But I think a good trick is unpredictable. Unpredictable.
I think so. Or it has to be so predictable that like the moment you switch it up, it either has to be you have no idea what's going on at all, or you think you really know what's going on and then you're totally wrong. I think those are like the two best kind of tricks.
What's the nuttiest thing you've ever been asked to turn into a magic trick?
I lived with David Blaine for about 6 months.
Oh, wow.
And we had a alligator that was in the apartment, and doing tricks and helping him with that alligator is probably top of the list.
Dude, imagine living with David Blaine and the dude just pulled out an alligator. Bro just swallows a frog and then makes an alligator appear in the living room. It was actually just a regular dude, and he just accidentally messed up a trick and turned the dude into an alligator.
I haven't seen very much David Blaine. I enjoy some David Blaine stuff, but I haven't watched a whole lot of David Blaine. I'd love to.
Bro is so different. He is built different. He does.
He's a different type of guy.
What he does isn't. I wouldn't necessarily say he does a lot of magic, but that dude really pushes the human body to the maximum potential.
Hey, Blake, good to see you. Always great stuff from you.
Thank you.
Always good, always inventive, always funny. When I look up on this stage right here, I start thinking about a three-way. I mean...
This is my favorite part of every episode. Surprisingly enough, it's not really the magic trick, because, following him and having a good time, yeah. But trying to figure out what he's talking about at the end is always my favorite. Always my favorite.
No, I love this part too. I mean, it's called "Fool Us" for a reason, and finding out if he fooled him or not is brings a great joy.
Talking about some weird stuff on today's episode, though.
I guess.
See, even they're like, "What is this dude saying?" They're like, "Yo, pardon me, what did he say?"
Can we retake that?
Maybe even a six-way.
Oh, he's getting whoa.
Teller's like, this is why I don't speak.
And I don't want you to take that the wrong way. And there's some of the stuff in here like that you know what I'm thinking. And there are things in here that I'm not even going to hint to you because you know that we know that you know that we know. And you weren't even pretending that was going to fool us. You have one thing that you really think is going to fool us.
So he's saying, we know how you did most of it.
Yeah.
But this is the real kicker. He's about to say, I have no idea how I was sitting on a stool made of invisibility coloring. Dude, he's about to say it.
Because we know you like the newest stuff. We also know you haven't been on the show in a while, and you've been plotting on how to take us down. And I'm just telling you that we know you're plotting. We know that. And you also know exactly what I meant by the six-way. So I do not think you fooled us.
I lied. Oh, man.
No.
Oh, heartbreaking.
No.
I thought he was going somewhere with that.
I thought he was too. No, but he had to knock him down a peg.
Yeah.
So
she's
the old
stunned.
invisible stool trick, seen it a million times.
He's like, not the first time I've sat on nothing. It's like, I'm just really good at squats. I hit the gym every day. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
Especially when he probably was plotting to take him down. So that's got to sting even a little bit more.
But hey, like we talked about earlier, though, when you bring them on stage, you run the risk.
Yeah. But also,
Saying.
you don't fool them, but I have no idea how he did it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty crazy.
I don't know. I don't even know. Maybe I'll have to, do some thinking on it, but...
But that is gonna do it for today's episode, David. Thank you so much for being here, man. I super appreciate these React videos. They're always a blast, man.
Yeah, I love doing them, man. I love doing them.
And if you love them as well, you can leave a comment down below. David.
Johnny. It's been real.
It has indeed been real. And now it's time to see you next week.
We out.
Peace.